Well guys, today we have again come to a brand new place. The place is basically almost 100 years old, but for you it's a new place. I will show you where we have come. Zian, so what our friends have to do?
Stay tuned.
Mahatta Museum first opened its door on March 14. It was the first airport in the region, built in 1932 and then turned into a museum highlighting the history of flight in the UAE. So this area is in the Al-Kashmia area of Sharjah. On the left is the Al-Mahatta Park, and now it's time to explore this historic site. So guys, are you ready? Let's go in. The museum usually is not very crowded, but today there is rush because it's Eid holidays going on in the UAE. The ticket price for one adult is 1080 and for a kid is 580. Isn't that really cheap? This place has a huge parking. Before we enter the fort and take a tour of it, why don't we take a deep dive into the history of this fort? The fort was built by the ruler of Sharjah in 1932 to afford protection for the passengers and staff of Imperial Airways. It was a British establishment on the Trucial coast after an agreement was struck between the British government and the ruler of Sharjah in June 1932. The fort was used by the Royal Air Force in World War II and the Trucial Oman Scouts before briefly becoming a hotel, a police station, and is now an aviation museum known as the Almahatta Museum. So it's time to explore. I even love the outside area. It is full of green and such an open space. So let's explore the outside first and then we'll go inside. So these are the things you will get to see inside and the facilities available. This place is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. from Saturday to Thursday and 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday. This museum site is a stunning example of a contemporary 20th century castle built with local traditional building techniques and materials. You can see that only a few high-level windows face externally and all the doors and windows are facing internally around a single courtyard. Two different watchtowers sat on the building's diagonal corners, allowing for surveillance and, if necessary, defense. The fort is the nickname of this museum. The airport served as a stopover for commercial flights from the United Kingdom to India. It was built as a rest break for the crew and passengers during the overnight stay. On the 5th of October 1932, a passenger flight from London's Croydon Airport to India made its first stopover in Sharjah. A new control tower was built in 1956 and functioned until 1977 when the new Sharjah International Airport was opened. The fort was abandoned after this period and was renovated and inaugurated again in 2000 as a museum. Now, let's go in. Much surprised we met our friend Shonchika here with her family and we were so excited that we have come here together. So let's explore. Our first stop is Aircraft Hangar. So let's go up and see. The museum is an important landmark due to its unique collectibles. It has on its display the models of real airplanes like Toggler C-47, GMZZ, DC-3 and several others. So let's go in. We are actually on our plane now. You want to see the cockpit? There it is for you and you can check the details. Isn't it exciting to see a real plane from the past era, from the history? I was really thrilled and exciting. It's a must visit place and you should come here. So check it out. This is that plane which you could see from outside also. It's a flight from 1953, de Havilland TH-106. The original propeller planes, fully restored, stand guard in the hangar alongside the original refueling tanker. You are really amazed to see so many original planes. If you are interested in aviation history, this place is a paradise for you. Now let's go to our next destination, the Photographic Gallery. This place is really interesting and exciting. It has very much informative exhibits nicely laid out. Check this one, the pilot's logbook and the training manual. Now the barometer and thermograph. The description is given with each and every exhibit. It was such a learning experience, I tell you. Now this is really interesting. This is how the first cinema in Sharjah looked like. Isn't that really cute? This is a model of the fort, how it used to look like when it was an airport. One of the most important things, navigation and radio. Now I'm going to show you different parts of a real aircraft. Here is a display of different charts of the timings and the fares of the different aircrafts. And now the next section, miracles of flight. Surprisingly, this section shows you how aircrafts fly. It compared various aspects to what we see in nature and birds, insects, etc. So it proves again, whatever we are doing, the source is one, Mother Nature. Sir George Cayley, many consider him to be the first true scientific aerial investigator and the first person to understand the underlying principles and forces of flight and the first man to create the wire wheel. Now let's go to our next section, Air Arabia. Air Arabia is an Emirati low-cost airline with its head office in the Sharjah International Airport. The airline operates scheduled services to 170 destinations in the Middle East, North Africa, the Indian subcontinent, Central Asia, and Europe to 22 countries from Sharjah, 28 destinations in 9 countries. This is the first airline in the region to employ a female pilot. Wow, that's awesome. I was really delighted to know this. And these are the destinations which Air Arabia covers. This place is a hidden gem in Sharjah. I am just loving it. So now let's see how much Air Arabia has improved since its inception. And here is a model plane of the Air Arabia, and this is the modern Sharjah airport. So come here and take a deep dive into the past. And now it's time to leave.
So how was the experience?
It was very nice. You must visit this place. It was awesome. And Riva makes it today's day is very special for me.
I was so delighted to see her. You know, when you get to see your friends, like it was a complete surprise for us. So if you like anything from this video, you know what to do. What to do?
You have to like,
Comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Okay? And Shanchita also has a channel. I will mention it in the description below. Please do subscribe to her channel as well. Bye bye.
bye bye.